Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go. And today on the hill, Ryan Wu. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Yeah, this guy's been real stingy, man, not allowing guys to play the game, just keeping them at home plate. I mean, just ridiculous sub-1 whip. I mean, he's dominating hitters, and a guy like this in the mound, one of the elite starters in the game right now.
Okay, all set to go. Now it's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. Line drive, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it. And now, let's see if...
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Tag. Out at second.
Well, this is a real momentum killer after the leadoff single. Tried to steal second base on the first pitch. Defense was all over it. Nicely done from behind the plate with the catch and throw. Then a quick tag before he reaches the base.
In the air, left field, down the line. And that'll get off into the seats. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Merrill has this one sized up. They got it for out number 2. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. One thing these players do very well is stay out of the double play. They've hit into the fewest of any team in the league, Chris.
Well, Boog, we don't see situational hitting as that art as much as we used to, because hitters are slugging the ball, they're hitting it over the fence. But when you see a team that has the ability to shorten up, hit behind runners, and go first to third or first to home, man, that just adds to the element of what you're able to do in other ways with the bat. So opposing pitcher better not walk anybody or give them free base runners, because these hitters know what to do when runners are on.
That one finds the zone. That is strike 2. One of my favorite stats all time, 1997, the Hall of Famer Craig Biggio played in all 162 games for the Astros on AstroTurf, and he never hit into a double play. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. On to the bottom of the first. No score. Back here with my pal Singy, and today's starter, Max Scherzer. And as usual with him, Singy, I think we can expect plenty of strikeouts.
Yeah, Boogie's racked up over 3,000 strikeouts in his career, so expect to see more of the same in this one.
Bottom of the first, and stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Chisholm Jr.
Fought off foul. Scherzer, a former Cy Young Award winner, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a slurve, a changeup, and occasionally uses a cutter. So here's Scherzer. Going to count 1 and 2.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone, because that's where you get hurt.
Next offering upstairs. That one missed. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Pretty good spot on the outside, but just couldn't quite clip the zone. That's a stone-cold take.
Third baseman,
Now it's Jose Ramirez. Coming off a 4-hit effort in yesterday's game. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. And a foul ball. Chisholm gets his lead at first with nobody out. Runner goes again. Pitch in for a strike. Throw. Safe. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball.
Let's go Yankees.
Swing and a high fly ball hit in the air left center field. This one's got a chance. And it hits the fence. The run comes across and the Yankees score first. It's 1-0.
Well, it certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there.
So close to blasting that one out of here the other way, but that's very tough to do when you take on the outfield gap like that. Beautiful swing, though. Let the ball get a little deep and drove it to the opposite field.
Juan Soto now. That one hammered center field. That's back there. And it's gone. Home run. Juan Soto goes deep. That's his 5th homer of the series. And they add a couple more. It's 3-0. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Aaron Judge at the plate. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first?
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on the other side, they're going to say it's nerves and use that as a competitive edge to try to jump on him even more.
That's off the inside corner. Ball 2. Judge rips that one. Makes a nice grab and a full sprint. 1 away. And let's take a look at the lineup.
The first baseman,
An offense that knows how to mash, Chris. Lots of power throughout the lineup. They're leading the league in homers right now.
Yeah, and I think when you're facing a team like this, pitchers coming in, they see the stats. They end up trying to nibble, trying to work on the edges, trying to expand the zone. And so I think the key, if these hitters can stay within themselves, obviously they have the ability to hit the ball a long way and score runs quickly. So we'll see how it goes in this one.
Bryce Harper in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Still only 1 out here in the inning. This one smokes, could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. And he's in with a stand-up double. That makes it a 15-game hitting streak. And there's some buzz about it now, Singy.
It's nothing crazy, but it does say a lot about how well he's seeing pitches and really making solid contact, barreling up the baseball at times, and everything it seems he's hitting hard. As hot as he is, I could see this streak going for a little while longer.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. Going, gone. That one felt good. It's their 2nd home run of the inning. It's 5-zip. That adds another game to his hitting streak, Chris.
Yeah, he's been doing so many things well at the plate and clearly driving the ball with some authority as part of that. He's really dangerous with the bat in his hands right now. There was a high slider, but he did a really good job of staying on plane with it, staying slightly above it with his hands. Hit that ball hard, and he got rewarded.
Yainer Diaz stepping in now for the Yankees. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. It affects the game in so many ways, right? Your ability to come back is usually tied to power. If you can deliver a huge hit with one swing of the bat, it really changes your capability when you fall behind. Pitch
Ball,
misses, and that's ball one.
Well, clear game plan coming in this one. Be aggressive against this starter. Try to knock him out of this ball game, and it looks like they're on their way to doing that. Get into the bullpen a little bit early. Could be a great offensive day.
And there's a ball.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
There's a swing and a drive. See you later. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. Home run number 5 on the season, and they boost their lead. It's 6-0.
His confidence is through the roof with the way he's been swinging it lately. He's on a really good run. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Max Scherzer is done, and the home run really bit him today as he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm coming on after the break.
Now pitching for
So they turn things over to one of their young
Number
arms,
66.
Angel Bastardo. He pitched
Angel
yesterday, and we'll see him once
Bastardo.
again. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill, looking to stay hot after yesterday's game. 4 for 5 in that one. Hit in the air, center field. Varsho moving under it. Puts it away for the out.
Batting ninth, the left fielder, Brenton.
2 down, bases empty. Now the left fielder, Brenton Doyle. Strike on the inside corner. 0-1. 2 outs, bases empty. Ball
That's a
one
ball.
there.
Ball. 2-1.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Out to short, Bichette. Now the throw to first on the run.
He's
What
out.
a play, inning over. They bring 9 to the plate, and 6 come around to score. We head to the second from the big ballpark in the Bronx. Yankees 6 and the Jays nothing. Back at Yankee
Leading off
Stadium,
for the
and
Blue
now the
Jays,
shortstop, Bo Bichette.
Bo Bichette.
Wu back to work. And first offering is fouled off. And strike 2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking
0-2.
ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Gary Simmons has the plate duty in this one.
Well, with Simmons, it's not always your standard strike zone, Boog. It kind of gives a little extra in some parts of the zone and then can be tighter in others. But I think the important thing is he doesn't get labeled as inconsistent, so you got to stay ready up there.
Batting fifth,
Just a
the third
mid-90s
baseman,
challenge
Bernie
fastball right there. Not much
Clement.
to it, and I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
Foul ball. On the ground to the left, Lindor. Tosses to first. And a couple of quick outs. Two outs, base is empty. Will Wagner digs in now.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Just one hit in his last 5 games.
That's towards center. Merrill on the move. Hauls it in to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
And first offering is fouled off. Just missed. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And the bottom of the second starts with a double. Mansingy, he hit that ball right on the sweet spot. According to StatCast, the exit velo 110 miles an hour.
Yeah, Boog. I mean, that right there is an absolute missile. And he just put a great swing on it, squared it up perfectly. Those are the ones that feel really good.
So, man aboard. Here's Jose Ramirez. First pitch misses. Strike on the inside corner. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Chad Green appears to be getting loose. And that misses. Yeah, that's ball 2.
1 strike.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the third and final game of the series. That's off the mark. 3-1.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
And that one hammered. That's back there. It's a ball. He hammers one out to right. It's 8-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And now it's Juan Soto. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. It has the distance, gone. They go back-to-back. His 2nd home run of the game, and they tack on to their lead. It's 9-0. So the streak stays alive. His 4th straight game with a home run.
Boog, that's like a cycle of home runs, and I know how much you love the cycle. He's absolutely punishing mistakes right now he can't miss. They thought he could blow a high fastball by him, but he was ready for it. Look at how quickly he jumped on that pitch.
Here is Aaron Judge. He's 0 for 1. And there's the strike.
You know, Boog, Judge is one of those guys that leaves his mark on everything he does. Yes, he's great at baseball, but he's also known for working with charities and in his community. He's a special human, no doubt about that.
No question about this one. It's out of here. A gigantic blast. He's up to 3 home runs in the series, and they add a run. It's 10-0.
The sun rises and Aaron Judge hits a home run. That's a pretty normal day in the world of baseball.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. At Singy, it tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Angel Bastardo won't go any further tonight, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. New pitcher now for the Jays, Chad Green.
Number 57.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Here comes Bryce Harper. Doubled in his first AB. That's out to center field. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco.
Now to hit, Francisco Lindor. He's already homered in this game.
Come on, Francisco.
And first offering is fouled off. 1 out, base is empty. And that one fouled off. Got him swinging.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set
Now
up for it by something
catcher,
off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Hard hit right side. Jimenez throw to first. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. But they go deep 3 times in the inning and score 4. We played 2 full. It's the Yankees 10 and the Jays nothing. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
George Springer.
That was the sweeper, but it missed.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Going back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Woo, 25 years old, and he was a 6th round draft pick in 2021. Just off the inside edge. Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Batting none, the center fielder, number 5.
And now it's Dalton Varsho.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. No hits over his last 5 games.
Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. Way back there. But it slices just foul. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Ranging back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Now batting, second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
Here's Andres Jimenez. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That's hard hit on the line. Judge makes the play, and that is that. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Yankees 10 and the Jays nothing. Back at the ballpark.
Leading up
and
for
in this
the
series,
Yankees,
it has
the
been
center
ugly
fielder,
on the mound
Jackson
as we look at the numbers.
Merrill.
And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Yankees putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They jumped all over the starter and knocked him out of the game early. He just was never able to settle in, and the damage was done by the time he got the hook.
The 1-1. And that's outside.
I mean, when you're chasing the opposing starter in the first inning or two, that's just such a tone setter for the game, and it puts the other team back on their heels, and it instills a lot of confidence in your lineup from top to bottom.
That one ripped right center field. Going back on this one. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Typically not easy to go deep to
Now
center
batting,
field, but he
the
almost
left
did
fielder,
right there, and
Brenton
got a little help from the wind, just not
Doyle.
enough.
Here's the left fielder, Brenton Doyle. Grounded out his first time up. And he hits a ground ball right side. And he handles it himself for the out.
The batter, number 13, second baseman,
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. That'll fire up the dugout. Home run number 10 of the year. It's 11-0.
He's really seeing the ball well lately. Good things are going to happen when you're locked in like this. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
So 2 down, and next for New York, Jose Ramirez. He's already homered here in this one. On the ground, right side, Jimenez. And that is that. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. On to inning number 4. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling.
Lucas.
Swings and misses. It's 0-1.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
And the right-hander deals.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Line drive. He's got it, and there's one down.
The left
Anthony
fielder, number
Santander
25,
at the plate.
Anthony
0 for 1. He struck out
Santander.
swinging last time. That clips the inside corner for a strike. High fly ball down the left field line. And that is a foul ball. Goes down looking.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Two down, base is empty. So up next for Toronto, Bo Bichette. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
0-1. In the air, right field. Judge makes the catch, and that's the third out. Back here at the ballpark,
Leading
let's
up
check out the
for
latest news
Yankees,
from around the league.
designated hitter, Juan Soto.
And first offering is fouled off. Just missed.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Let's go, Yankees. Show 'em how it's done.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
All right, Yankees.
That one missing inside.
No, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well.
Now
This guy's
batting, the
just
right
capable
fielder,
of hitting
Aaron
pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
Man at first, nobody out. It's Aaron Judge now. And Judge spoils that one. Runner at first with no outs here.
Let's go, New York.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. High fly ball, right field. Springer sizes this one up, calls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Bryce Harper.
Here comes Bryce Harper. 1 for 2. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it one-hops the wall. Coming home. He'll score easily. One out, runner at second. And the batter will be the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Slider for a strike. Lindor was born in Puerto Rico, but actually played his high school ball in Florida. That one fouled off. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. One out and a runner at second. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today.
Up next for the
Yainer
Yankees,
Diaz
the
stepping
catcher,
in now for the
Yainer
Yankees. This is a guy
Diaz.
who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. Varsho after it. He makes the grab, and that's the inning. So one run on one hit, no errors, and a runner left. We played 4. Yankees 12, and the Jays nothing. This game's a bit of a
Leading
blowout,
off for the
Singy.
Blue
Let's talk
Jays,
about something
the third
random.
baseman,
Let's do it.
Bernie
All right, Singy, we've been in all the press boxes. You got best press box food.
I'd say press box food because of the ice cream. We have to go Philadelphia.
Gotta
Yeah.
shout out to our guy Frank.
Yes. New York for me is pretty good. Yankees?
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
Inside. And the count even 1-1.
As far as ballpark food, one of my favorite places is San Francisco.
Garlic fries, yo.
Garlic fries, and you got the lobster roll out there in the outfield if you want to make the walk all the way out there.
It's great, though, broadcasting a game with that zoo breath where you could just, I mean, absolutely
Now batting,
levitate
the
some
first
people with
baseman,
your breath.
Wagner.
Will Wagner next up for the Blue Jays. Fly to center his first time. There's a strike.
But we got the crab fries in Philadelphia, is that right?
Yep, and then
It's been a
you
long time for me.
Boog's Barbecue at Oriole Park.
I knew you'd go there.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, you can work in your name, huh?
That's right. And that one lifted in the air center field. Merrill sizing this one up. Makes the grab for the second out. And the
Up
batter
next
is
for the Blue
George
Jays,
Springer.
The right fielder, George Springer.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
That one lifted to left. Doyle under it. And that is that. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. Yankees 12 and the Jays nothing.
Now pitching for
Back
the Blue
now to
Jays,
start the bottom of the 5th and taking
Number
over on the
93.
mound, Jimmy Garcia.
Jimmy
And compared to a lot of
Garcia.
other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big
Leading off
weapon
for
for him
the
this year.
Yankees,
So the
the
defense
center
should
fielder,
be active.
Jackson Merrill.
Merrill up for the 3rd time and takes ball 1.
You know, these Yankees doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. Only 2 strikeouts so far, and obviously they've been able to pick up plenty of hits, so it's been an impressive one. With that fastball, even though it's
Now
high
batting,
velocity,
the
you've
left
got to
fielder,
live on the outer
Brenton.
edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
So a man at first. Brenton Doyle
Inside ball.
stepping in now for the Yankees. Swing and a liner, base hit out into right center field. Throw cut off to second. He's in there.
He quickly went from hitter to base runner. Love when guys make that transition, and he's got speed to put on a show.
Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they add on. It's 15-0. Singy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrist to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Jimmy Garcia done for the night, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
All day. Let's go. All right, let's go.
Now pitching
Out of the
for
bullpen
Toronto,
for the Jays, Eric Swanson.
number 50.
And with a big deficit
Eric
on the scoreboard, he
Swanson.
almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Now the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. On the ground to first. It's off his shoulder, eats him up.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Juan
Here's Juan Soto.
Soto.
And first offering is fouled off. Ramirez aboard here at first with nobody out. High fly ball out towards left field. That's back there. Out of here. And he's gone yard again. That's his third home run of the game. And they add a pair. It's 17-0. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. Swing and a miss. That's strike one. That's a little bit low. Offense exploding for 5 so far in the inning. Last half of inning number 5. And that's down and away. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
Multi-hit game for him
Now
now,
batting,
and with the lack
first
of results
baseman,
he's been
Ryan
having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some
Harper.
relief. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Just missed. And now 2-2.
Ball 2.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Pitch misses there. 3-2 now. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Varsho under it. Makes the grab. Both runners tagging. Cut off, throw to second. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Now batting, catcher, Yainer
Diaz stepping in now for the Yankees.
This is all about situational hitting. It's crucial in this spot. Do whatever it takes to put the ball in play, and hopefully you find a gap in the defense.
Late swing fouled off. Two on, one out.
That's a ball.
That one
That's a
missed.
ball.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
One down. Runners at second and third. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Varsho on his way over. He's got it. Both runners tagging from second and third. It's a sac fly as he comes across to score, and the lead continues to grow.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Eric Swanson out of the game, and he leaves a runner at third. So we'll see how the next pitcher deals with that when we get back.
Now pitching for the
So
Blue
they turn to
Jays,
their closer, Jeff
number
Hoffman.
23.
And we all know about his slider.
Yeah.
It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton. Man, there's a sac fly to bring home another
Up
run in
next
this
for the
inning. These
Yankees,
hitters are just
the
piling
center
on.
fielder,
We're seeing some
Jackson
really quality at-bats out of this team right now.
Merrill, the next to hit, takes outside. Harper at third with 2 away. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Next offering upstairs. And that one missing low. 2 outs with a runner at third. Gets a piece and stays alive. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Hopefully he figures it out on the mound because they're
Now
running out
batting,
of arms
left
in that
fielder,
bullpen.
Brenton Doyle.
First and third, 2 away. Brenton Doyle stepping in now for the Yankees. 1 for 3. Breaking ball through there for a strike. Fastball for a strike.
perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Got him looking. Ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. We're through 5. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Kirk.
Wu back to work. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back. And that ball is out of here. He flexes his power with that swing. It's 18-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. First pitch swinging. Varsho, a former Gold Glove winner, 28 years old. And he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Wisconsin.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're in the top half of the 6th. This one smoked on its way out of here. He crushes that one to center field. His first homer of the year. It's 18-2. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he's going to connect with one just like that. He's just too good of a hitter at the plate. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Andres Gimenez. Yeah, that's in for a strike. 0-1. And that is out of play. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
So now here's the DH, Nathan Lucas. Up and in, and it's 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
Right through there for a strike. Out to short. Lindor throws across the diamond. He's out.
The left fielder, number 25, Anthony Santander.
Anthony Santander, the next to hit. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. There's the strike.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
And a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
The batter, number 11, shortstop.
Bo Bichette up to the dish.
Bichette.
0 for 2 in this one. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
0-1.
Good eye
Outside,
right
that's a
there.
ball.
Santander off of first with 2 away. Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
Now, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
The 1-2. On the ground. Chisholm. They take the force
He's
out.
out.
That's out number 3. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. To the bottom of the 6th inning. You're dialed into the show. Back in the Bronx, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Aaron
Hitting for
Boone
the
making a
Yankees.
move for a new
Number
bat.
17.
Number 17. That one catches the corner for a strike. Yeah, that's fouled off. Breaking ball in there, got him looking, and that's the
Now
first
batting,
out.
third base.
Jose Ramirez stepping in now for the Yankees.
Ramirez.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. He swings and fouls one off. One down, base is empty. And that's off the inside edge. Now 2 balls and a strike.
One more. Let's go.
Just missed. And it's fouled away. And that's ball 4. Tried another splitter, but missed the spot.
Up next
You
for the
get a walk,
Yankees,
and you
the
get a
designated
walk.
hitter.
Everyone
Juan
gets a walk, Boog.
So now the
Soto.
DH spot, Juan Soto. And a chance to make some history here, Chris.
Yeah, he's homered 3 times so far, and now he gets another chance. At least we think. We'll see if the pitcher gives him anything to hit. It's so rare to see a 3-homer performance, but even more special for that player to get another chance at the plate to do it again for 4.
And ball 1.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
There's the strike.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The throw is still in time. So a tough play, but they do get out number 2.
Great job by the second baseman right there. Quick reaction to dive, knock that ball down, and big leaguers just don't panic, not the good ones. He gets up, makes the play, really good throw over to first base. That's the kind of composure that you want to see from a guy in that position.
Here comes Aaron Judge. Outside with a breaking ball. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 6th.
Get another one.
That's ball 2.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
Go Yankees! 3 balls,
Not really attacking on the mound in this at bat. All breaking balls, so that makes me think they're not really wanting to challenge him here.
Judge waits. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
The first baseman.
And now here is Harper.
Harper.
Let's go Yankees!
Misses
Ball, that pitch is
again,
out.
5 in a row.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
6 straight outside the strike zone.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Smoked on the ground a second. They get the force. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. So remaining in the game defensively, number 17. He entered the game to pinch hit, and now man second base.
Number 17.
So digging in, Ernie
Leading off
Clement.
for Toronto, the third baseman, Ernie Clement.
Come on, New York!
So coming into the game now on defense, Zach Neto. He's in at shortstop.
Number 24, Zach Neto.
Also into the ball game, Luis Angel Acuna. He'll be patrolling center field.
Number 14, Luis Angel Acuna.
Also entering the game, Austin Wells. He takes over behind the plate.
Number 28, Austin Wells.
Right through there for a strike. Headed towards the corner. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down.
The first baseman, number 7, Will Wagner.
Will Wagner next up for the Blue Jays. Looked like it was a little bit up. Swung on, belted. That one's back. Tattooed to Tatertown and gone. He circles the bases. His 2nd homer of this series. It's 18-3.
The wind didn't hurt the chances of that ball getting out of here. That's for sure. That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-1.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
Swing and a miss. Brian Wu with the strikeout. Woo, woo.
Well, clearly just anxious
Now
right
batting,
there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
In there at the knees. And the count is 0-2. Just missed.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Down the left field line, base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Now a chance for Dalton Varsho. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Stays alive. Kirk, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swing and a miss, and he got him. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Toronto picks up 1 on this homer. 7th inning stretch time. Back after this on the show. Back in New York,
Leading
bottom
up
of the inning.
for the
Now it's the
Yankees,
shortstop,
the
Zach
shortstop,
Neto.
Zach Neto.
Late on that fastball.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
That's outside. 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Now, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd
The
of the
catcher,
game.
number 28.
Austin Wells getting ready to hit. Entered the game on defense, so this is his first trip to the plate in this one. Swing and a foul straight back. Close, but called a ball. And that is ball 1. Outside.
Off the plate. Ball 2.
The Yankees up big in this one. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Up the middle. Bichette whips it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
The center fielder, number 14, Luis Angel.
2 outs, base is empty.
Acuna.
And up next for New York, Luis Angel Acuna. Came into the game on defense, so his first trip to the plate here. And that's way high. Ball 1. And that one is lifted in the air. Varsho in position, brings it in. And that'll do it. Here at new Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, all set for the start of the inning. And now for the Jays, Andres Jimenez. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Wu still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one, and at this point, he wants to finish what he started.
And that'll get down for a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Now
Nathan Lucas will hit next.
Nathan Lucas.
And that's outside.
Nope, outside.
The rest of the lineup could learn a thing or two from this at bat right here. He's been patient, and now he's in the driver's seat with a 2-0 count.
Next offering is in for a strike. Jimenez gets his lead at first. Nobody out. In the air, left field, down the line. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boo. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
And next for manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound.
Now pitching for
On the mound now,
Yankees,
Ben Joyce.
Number
He has
48.
a great slider with tons of movement.
Joyce.
There's a strike. First and second, no outs, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swings through that one out in front that time.
2 is the count.
Foul ball still 0-2. Struck him out swinging. Some high cheese for strike 3.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Boo. Get back on track. His team needs him.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's down. One hops off the wall. One run in there safely. Ernie Clement now at the plate. Clips the corner. Strike 1. That one in triple digits.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Outside. And that's ball 1. Cut on and lifted in the air. Judge squeezes it. 2 down.
The first baseman, number 7, Will Wagner.
Will Wagner digs in now. First offering, and it just misses. Runner at second, 2 down. Next pitch in for a strike, and the count even at 1. And downstairs. Popped up. Ramirez. And that is that. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. The Yankees lead it 18-5.
Now pitching for
Back
Toronto.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we
Number
roll into the
43.
bottom of the 8th. Ryan Burr.
Ryan.
Well, they need someone to stop the
Burr.
bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
And stepping in for the
Leading up
Yankees,
for the
Brenton
Yankees,
Doyle.
the left
1
fielder,
for 4 with a double.
Brenton Doyle.
That's in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
That one's
Ball 1.
upstairs, ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
That was a tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it just to try to keep the at-bat
Now
alive.
batting,
And
number
hitters will tell
17.
you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball and then late has really good bite, so tough to lay off of because you've made the decision you don't want to get beat by a fastball, and then you swing and you miss, and you go back to the dugout shaking your head.
Number 17 stands in now and watches strike 1. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one
1
not
ball, 1
close.
strike.
And now it's even 1-1. And there's a ball. That one fouled off, 2-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Now batting.
2 down,
third
base is
baseman,
empty.
Jose
And next for New York, Jose
Ramirez.
Ramirez. Check swing, no
outside.
appeal, ball 1. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. All set to start
Leading
the
up for
9th in
Toronto,
this
the
one.
right
Here's
fielder,
George
number
Springer
4,
to start it
George
off.
Springer.
Joyce, 24 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick
Ball,
in
that's inside.
2022.
Ball, that's out.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Acuna makes the grab, and a quick out, number 1.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the catcher.
Here's the
Alejandro
Toronto catcher, Alejandro
Kirk.
Kirk. 3 for 3, 2 singles, and a homer. And that's in there for strike 1. And that's in there at the knees. On the ground at first,
Foul ball.
and that's just foul. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Acuna drops into the glove. Out, number 2.
The center fielder, number 5, Dalton Varsho.
So it's their last chance in this one. Dalton Varsho getting ready to hit. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Top of the zone for a called strike. One strike away. And that one upstairs, ball one. Lifted to left, and that should do it. He's got it. Ball game. The Yankees slug their way to a win in this one.
Another day, another win. I really think this team has forgotten how to lose a ball game. It's been so long since they've lost. I really don't know what else to say. They're just a can't-miss ball club right now.
So this one got a little out of hand. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us for the Game of the Week.